Mahinmi with the stuff.
You know, with that kind of height disadvantage, all the defender can do is look up, watch him punch it home, and hope he doesn't get landed on.
Leonard. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ginobili. Then there's Parker. Then there's Duncan. And it's Martin in at the two guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And finished off by Leonard.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Stuckey can't get it to go.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Outside for Martin. That's good. And so Duncan with the assist. Martin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pacers trailed by 3.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Now Hill, following the miss by Martin from deep. Outside Hill. Outside Hill. Looking for Stuckey, he gets it there.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for the Spurs. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Parker kicks to Martin. Up and in on the layup. Martin's got 5 points so far. Well, as Gravy is talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammon, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
And that one's good. Parker.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Stuckey passes to Miles. Leonard brings the double team. 5 on the clock. Hill dishes to Turner. Poke loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
The Pacers making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in for Turner. Lavoy Allen comes in for C.J. Miles. Paul George is checked in for Hill. And it's Ellison for Rodney Stuckey. West is checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Parker. A 3 from Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it. His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Leonard with the steal. Jumps up. Now that's on a finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 8.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Over in the corner, Ellis. Now George. He's got 13. Ellis kicks to Allen. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. George with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. And it's sent back by Aldridge. On the wing, George. Lets it go with a 3. Offensive rebound.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
For 3, West. And that one's good. And it's a 9-point San Antonio lead.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possessions.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Spurs lead by 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Now the third quarter have to get going. It's been one outstanding game from Manu Ginobili.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Here's Parker. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Indiana didn't have a great record on the road last season. Only went Clark 15 and 26 on the year, and it crushed them down the stretch.
It really did, Kevin. I mean, the Pacers had a bumpy year with all of the injuries, particularly with George being out for most of the year. His absence was most noted in those tough road games, I think.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. They've got Ian Mahinmi, George Hill out there with Ellis,